Hello, dear family and friends, and hopefully new members in the building. Thank you once again for joining. And of course, my name is Comfort Comfort. This is Empowerment Talks, always together with
Olufumilayo Williams, Funmi
Williams.
Williams.
Williams. So thank you guys for
Olufumilayo.
joining. Yeah, so this is a quick journey that we just started, and it's going to be a long one because there's so much to gather from here. So, our question is why Onpassive? It remains the same. The first day we told you what Onpassive was all about. Yesterday, we brought you the value that Onpassive has to offer, and today we want to tell you that Onpassive is the correction to the corruption. So we just want to go straight to the point. Our CEO, Mr. Mufareh, is somebody who has been online like for the whole of his life. I think as a career, his career, his background is in online marketing. So he knows all of these things in and out. So Mr. Mufareh, before starting Onpassive, he had been way too dissatisfied with the way things go. From his own perspective, he thinks that there's way too much for people to get from than people are giving out. And so his mission here, one of the things on his bucket list is to solve the problems of the 97%, because according to Mr. Mufareh, out of all of the people that venture businesses online, only 3% make it. And so he set out now to bring solution and value to the 97% that have never made it. That is why you and myself, we now find ourselves in. So if you are new here, listen, stay here, listen to the end, and see whether at some point you would make a decision of having a look at our website, our ecosystem, and seeing what we have there already. So according to Mr. Mufareh, he's like, why do so many people fail when you have everything possible to succeed? The value, the solutions are there, and they're easy to hand out. They're just there, take it and give to everybody, and we all will still be fine. Why keeping it to selves? And so he sets out now to build the solutions, to build all of those things. If you remember, like yesterday, that we were talking about our social media platform, the layout or the template for the blogging is there, the podcast, and many other things. It's just jam packed with value. But then when you pop in there by yourself, who no go, not gonna know, give a look in our ecosystem by clicking on the link, and you will know that okay, this is true what we are saying. So we just want to illustrate this by proving the truth and making it so that you see that Onpassive stands out. Sister Funmi will share an example of what she has gone through, having been doing other businesses that are different. So, sis, can you share your experience so we see where Mr. Mufareh is coming from?
There's a business that I was in, I'm still in it, prior to Onpassive. You make a sale, many businesses, they say, oh, come in, this one, that one. And I got to, and I thought, okay, I've not had a sale for a long time. And then suddenly my aunt decided she was, buying some of the product. And then she bought some of the product, and it was the total of those product came to 800 pounds plus on the same day.
Mm-hmm.
This is me, me, comfort. I get excited. I was, oh,
Right.
I have made a sale. I made a sale. I made a sale. So come 10th of the following month, I was thinking, okay, yeah, at least I should. And then I looked at the pay on my statement. It says 13 pounds something. I said, what on earth? I said, what on earth? Out of all of that, that is all I get. Oh my goodness. What was that was that I got the it's like I got the customer. What kind of I've not had customer for a long time, and then suddenly I get customer, I get excited, get carried away, and then 13 pounds something, which means
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is that was the actual commission on the product has
Mm-hmm.
been disbursed from hierarchy to hierarchy till it got to myself. So that means I get the list because I'm way at the bottom,
Oh my
just
God.
at the bottom.
Even though you caught the fish, but then you get just nothing, you get nothing but the scales, and the other people get the meat and all the flesh and all of the stuff. Oh my
That's
God.
that's the
So
thing. It's a
so I
online
think, sis,
business.
if I get to, well, this is where the difference comes in. In Unpassive, we don't do those. The hierarchy doesn't exist. Everybody is the same. It's one platform for everybody to
Flat.
stand on. Whether you are short,
Yeah.
you are tall, you are big, you are small, you are rich, you are poor, what level in life you are in, Mr. Mufareh's platform is a flat one. We don't have the hierarchy thing. We don't have the all of those things, the structures and so on. We just have Unpassive. And if you are ready for business, you hop in. It's all yours because, like we said, it's all built for you. It's all done for you. There's solution for everyone. You don't need to be educated. You don't need to go hunting like my sister went far and wide and right to the depths to get her aunt. I don't know what conviction she would have, how much she would have spoken to her to finally make a sale and just to go get what she sees. That is not how Unpassive functions. Well, Unpassive now says that's why Mr. Mufareh says, no, I can't continue to watch this happen. People are suffering. People talk out their saliva. They talk themselves to dehydration, but all they get is 13 pound after making a sale of $800. Who does that? Why we are saying
It was
this?
pounds,
People,
by the way. £800. You can read it.
pounds. Oh my
Yes.
God. Yeah, that's crazy.
£800.
So sis, before I hand over to you, why we are bringing this back, guys? People who have been here before, they know about this, and we know already where we are heading to. But then we want to bring this to people because people are still going through this. As I speak, somebody is talking themselves out. I've seen people who have had products and packed them in their shelf for months and months and months, and sometimes they expire. Nobody is stopping by to say, Madam, now how much? Because they can't afford. So let's talk about Mr. Mufareh's value again. Mr. Mufareh's solution for all, value for all and stuff. Sis, do you want to chip in?
Yes, we're talking about value here. We brought value, and value was one of the things that most people don't bring to anyone, especially especially if you are not rich, if you are poor, forget about it. Value doesn't come to you. But in order to make sure that this kind of mentality and mindset is corrected, that is why our CEO Ash decided that, look, I'm first going to bring value to the people. And value in the sense of what? Value in the sense of products that are over market value for starters, and then products that are not cutthroat. They call it cutthroat, prices. You understand that kind of
Yes,
thing? So
yes.
it's like working. Don't forget and don't forget this kind of business. How will I call it? Method has never been practiced by any company on earth right now. Go and check any
Mm-hmm.
company that you see. Go and look at what their business method or business hierarchy or business format is. No company on earth is doing that right now. So he is the first to look at it and think, oh my goodness, if we don't bring value to people whereby they have
Mm-hmm.
products that are over market value, that is usable by everybody, from individuals right straight through, cut through, to people, government, conglomerates, and the rest of it. But yet, not at a cutthroat price, at a price that is reasonable. They're getting a lot of value bound regardless of what the price is. So
Mm-hmm.
that value
You,
is
you,
there.
Yeah, see, talking about cutthroat, I remember because I think it's over a year now that I've asked for your link to get your products 1 million times,
Yeah.
but I don't
Yeah.
buy. Obviously, they are so good. You can tell from the
They are good.
result. People testify, and truly they are,
Mm,
but I
mm,
cannot afford. And the good, sorry, the bad thing about this is that what I've heard, I've never been part of those kind of businesses. This is my first, and it's my goal, and it's the last I would ever need. What I've
mm.
heard about it is that you are not even allowed to pay for traffic. You have to sit here and talk
No.
your lungs out,
Yes,
talking and
that's
talking. What about
exactly true.
what about this
Till
this
you are
sister?
blue in the face.
Exactly. Because some of these things, there are people, some of us who are, your housewives. You need to stay at home and take care of children, but then you need something to still, you still need something running in your account to be live, so that you take care of your family and be, not be a burden. But then if I can't talk, if I really want to do this, but then I can't speak and I can't receive help, I have to do it by myself. Talk
Yes.
myself to death, talk myself to dehydration. Onpassive does not do that because they come with everything. It is a massive package. It's a massive bundle because Onpassive comes with products. Onpassive comes with the IT technicians developing the products. Onpassive comes even with its own. I don't want to go into the depths of that. Onpassive comes with a marketing department to advertise, to market these products for you and myself. As we speak, they started officially, they launched this marketing campaign in Dubai on the Burj Khalifa on the 30th of May last year. It's over, 30th of March. It's over a
March.
year now that
Yeah.
branding has been going on and on and on and on while I sleep. Who doesn't want this? You still want to speak yourself to dehydration, make a sale of 800 pounds and you get 13. Well, if that's what you want, you can still go ahead and do it. The sweetness about Onpassive is that we don't, it doesn't matter because what you get, first of all, the value is the important thing here because it's no longer about money. That's why we are not interested in talking about it, because if it's that part, it's not our part to do it. Somebody is doing that on our behalf. But the joy of it is the fact that where I sit here, you know how much I like talking. I have everything which will take my level, my talking to the next level. And when I talk, I don't talk for nothing. I will not get you are talking for 15 minutes and Mr. Mufareh will reward me for doing that. Who doesn't want this? Sis, I don't know if you want to say something.
Definitely. That is one of the things that you are looking at. I love what you mentioned there about branding. If you look at the branding, it brings value as well. The kind of branding that we have is not a branding that you personally can sit down and even do for yourself. I can't see myself doing it anyway. I cannot, and then talk about the resources that has gone into that. Where will you get the resources from as an individual? Even if
Mhm,
you put people together and they, like maybe go to stock market and things like that and go and get people to raise the money, but you still will not be able to afford that kind of branding because your shareholders will be on your back if
mhm,
do that kind of branding, because they will tell you exactly,
mhm,
we are using all the money that we are so is supposed to come to us. So branding is on another value, that is at
mhm,
another level, that has brought value to our products as well. And that is one of the things I confirmed that he was talking about there. One of the people online was talking about that as well. Then
mhm,
let's talk about solutions.
mhm,
Solutions. Look, there's so many things that is happening online. There's so many products. You have people, take some of the IT pros, they've already told us so many times that sometimes in their job, in one day, they might need to use maybe like 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 applications at once, log into one, log out and log. Look, we have an ecosystem that is totally integrated, everything in one
the
place. So
single sign
single
on.
sign on. Can you imagine? Single sign on. Which company
Right.
has ever done that? Which
Yeah.
company has ever done that? Single sign on. That is solution to many companies.
Yeah.
Just HR. Even companies that in their HR section, that is just for any company, that is a huge solution, because then they don't need to have like 6 or 7 or 8 IT product for them to use for this, use for that, use for this. No, they don't need to. They need just one on passive, the single sign on, sign into this. You can go from this to this, from this to this, from that to that. And that
Mhm.
brings peace of mind to those in your HR, peace of mind to people that own the business, peace of mind to your staff, peace of mind to so
Exactly.
many people and individuals, even for those that have small businesses as well. You know,
Yeah. Sis,
I
let's
throw
look.
that in.
Yeah, sure. I think, thank you. Let's look at solution again, just from the most basic perspective, right? You know what it means that where I'm sitting now, there are times I go for weeks, I'm not able to talk with my dad. He's 70 years old. I'm his oldest baby. He needs to hear from me most often. But at times he's sitting here with a phone in his hand, but he cannot speak because there's no network. It's so difficult, you can't speak and stuff like that. But this is what happens. Our products come with a boost of the data and the network thing, such that back home, when you are using our products, anything from the Onpassive ecosystem, if you are using, let's say you sign in into our ONET, which is the social media, or OCONNECT, which is the video conferencing platform, if your, let's say your device is just the value or the quality of a 2G and stuff like that, immediately, automatically, they boost it, they take you to the level of 5G, and you have a smooth roll or a smooth flow of your communication. You know what that means? Many people, the world is the way it is. People wonder, you choose to, you grow up and you move away from your parents, you separate with friends and family and stuff. But a lot of things are standing on our way, such that we get, sometimes we lose contacts, we lose even the warmth, the bonding that we used to have because of things like this. But then just imagine that, just education on its own, all of those things. I
Mm.
don't want to touch on this because I think we need to deal with education as just one of its own. Then,
Yes, one topic
oh
as
God,
a whole.
somebody's calling me now, sorry. So one of the things is, like, so that part, says, I'm so into it, because
Mm,
just communicating, talking to dad feels really good and stuff like that. When he goes for a couple of days, up to a week too, he doesn't hear from you. It's just like, oh God, I don't know what's happening and stuff like that. What else can make you happy? And
mm,
that's not all. It's going
mm.
to come to that point where, as we sit now, my dad has never been an internet person and stuff like that. He's a typical village African man. However, he is going to start using emails. I can't wait to open on
Yes.
my own mail and
Mm,
watch my daddy speak to me. He just opens it, go to the old mail and sends me a video mail. That is solution. That is value. It makes people feel different, because when they speak, each time my dad talks with me, we cannot make video calls on the other things that people have, because when
mm.
he goes on video call, the bandwidth is finished.
Yes, it's
When we
finished.
successfully get it, even for 2-3 seconds, he's like, oh my God, when I was talking and seeing your face, it felt like I was touching you with my hand. It felt really different. So I'm
Mm,
talking like that, feeling emotional.
mm,
Finally, with a video mail, my dad would talk to me for as long as he can, for many minutes, and
mm,
send it to me. There are certain
mm,
games that we used to play as children in the village when we were younger. I've forgotten. I can't wait for OCONNECT to come. I'll go on with him on OCONNECT, and he sits there and teaches me, and then make a wooden version of it and send it over to me and my children. Guys,
mm.
this is you can't this is priceless, sis. I don't know what.
That is really true. If you look
Yes.
at it, when you talked about there, that is empowering your dad to be able to communicate. So there's also empowerment here, whereby people can showcase what they've got to the whole world. Not because, many a times those of us that are here, we tend to try as much as possible to give them fish, but this one is to empower them. A CEO came with empowerment, whereby you run your own business, you can feed your family, not just feed your family, you can also help another family. You understand me? You can also help another family by empowering them to be able to fend for themselves and do something for them. Not for you to just give them and them fish
Mhm.
every time, fish. No, even you will get fed up very soon. But to tell them, okay, this is it. I need you to go fishing for yourself. This is what you need. That is what our CEO has come by giving us product on a platter of gold. It's a privilege, not
Mhm.
how will I call it? Not something you should think you have a right to. It's not a right, it's a privilege. Not only that, then give us a platform that is secure, that is, over the market standard, then put into place marketing strategies, branding, media, and all of that. And yet it says, come. What is done here brings me to
Mhm.
a story where someone has done the cooking in the Bible, and he says, I want to have a party. Go and bring people from, the city. And he said, oh, we went to that one. They said they are not coming. All my people said they are not coming. Say, yes, okay, you know what? Go outside into the street and bring the people to
Right.
this party. You understand that kind of thing? That is exactly what our CEO is doing here. So he's empowering not just one person, empowering people from a whole world. Wherever there is somebody that it comes in from into Onpassive, you are that person is being empowered to change the life of someone else, and that person changes the lives of so it becomes a chain reaction, you understand, of empowerment. And that is what the world needs right now.
Exactly. Sis, I'm just happy that you touched on empowerment at the very tail end of this show as we round up. And if you must know, if you've forgotten this platform, we call it Empowerment Talk. Because from the first day I saw on Passive and and when the light bulb came on, the only thing I saw was empowerment. Because I was empowered to empower other people, and we have been on over and over the sweetness, the happiness, the joy of giving that strength to go out there and give it to some other person, and this ripple effect is real. It goes on and on and on and on. That is just the way to go, guys. And if you are that kind of a person, you are still struggling, because nowadays, if you say because you tried A, B, and C and failed, and you think that you always look back, I'm afraid, Sister Funmi, somebody will turn into a pillar of salt. Look forward, move on and on and on.
Definitely.
Yes,
Definitely.
this is the solution is here now. It's here, and we don't speak money, but let us round up on this note. See, whether
Hmm.
people like it or not, our ecosystem is heavily jam
Loaded.
packed with state of the art IT products like
IT
you've
product,
never seen
IT
before.
solutions.
Yes, you have solutions, you have solutions, you have value, you have everything you need to be to get empowered. When you get empowered, what do you what happens? What comes out of empowerment? Health comes in, wealth comes in, and all of those things. So the bottom
Definitely.
line here is, whether you like it or not, Mr. Mufareh is not interested in talking about wealth, because he thinks that there's enough wealth for everybody to benefit from. And
In the
so
whole
he is
world.
up to the task. Yes.
Yes.
And so he is up to the task. So why he is not talking about wealth is not that you can't make it. It is because, according to him, wealth on its own does not bring the happiness and the fulfillment. What makes you happy is that fact that I am empowered to do something for myself by myself. I am empowered to help some other person. And what do you help the
Exactly.
people with? And stuff like that. And so there is enough for everyone. He thinks that
Hmm.
he can do it. And so he is
Hmm.
bringing what will make you happy. And the happiness here,
Hmm.
it comes from all of these basic things we are talking about. So, guys,
Hmm.
if you are watching us for the first time, because this was actually for you, right? Go ahead and click on the link that you see either on my Facebook or Sister Fumi's or any of the places, anywhere somebody sharing this with you would definitely want to give you a link to give it to have a look in our ecosystem. Try out our free product. Try out the 14-day free trial of our OCONNECT, which is a video
Connect.
conferencing platform. And then, apart from that, if you like, guys, if you love what my sister and myself are doing, you can like and follow us on YouTube and on Facebook. And so my name on YouTube is Comfort Confor Empowerment Talks. There's also Andy Burks, there's Gladys, there is Maxied Imabu, there is Gideon, there is Collins,
Eh,
and so on. So, sis, do you have any social media platforms? Maybe you have a last call to action, and then you say where they can find you so that we move on. We shut
Oh,
up.
they can find me on YouTube, and then as well as on Facebook. I'm there. You know, I'm also on TikTok. Learning it bit by bit, but I am there, making myself visible there as well. But what one thing I wanted to ask and add to it this afternoon is, please, 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 if you know that you're interested in this kind of thing, any questions that you have, drop in, whether it's Facebook, Sister Comfort Zone, or any of the channels on YouTube. Drop it in there, especially for those who do not know anything about Onpassive. You've not heard about Onpassive before. You are not a founder in Onpassive. Please do that. For those who have subscribed, subscribe to our channels, any channel you're watching from. For those who have not, please do consider subscribing and hit the notification bell, so that whenever there is a video, you are notified of those videos. Thank you very, very much. This is the time for you to jump in now while this train is hot.
Exactly, exactly. So a word to a wise, they say, is enough. We just present it from an objective perspective. That is just on passive. We don't need to sugarcoat, but choice remains yours. Do you want to have a look? You don't pay anything going out there and discovering it by yourself. But then you are left with the choice. We want to also thank the family members in the house for always being there for us, watching and watching and
Yes, I
watching.
can see
And
John
yes,
Barilla there. I can see
yes.
so many people there. Tina,
Yes, it's
so
exactly.
many
So we,
people. Daniel.
yes. So guys, we have a serious one in the evening. Collins and Andy are coming in the evening at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this same
Mm,
platform.
mm.
The topic for today, I must tell you publicly, Collins and myself had a fight over it. So come on and let's fight this fight together, because he called me and said, "What was that?" I say, "Yes, we are going." So guys, come on, come on. Come in the
Okay.
evening. Let's see what's happening. Let's hear from our guys today. All right. Thank you,
Okay.
guys. Love you and see you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Thanks.
Thank you.